What's up, guys? So, wanted to make a quick video about what happened this morning. So, this morning, GRVI, that's kind of what I traded this morning. So, nothing was really looking good, and yesterday, nothing was really looking good, and the day before, nothing was really looking good. So, Monday, I didn't trade, Tuesday, I didn't trade. Today, I didn't want to go without trading. So, but nothing was really looking like, the setup that I want. But this one was the closest one. I kind of saw this one here. It looked like it was doing a flat top right there, and it looked like it was about to break out. So what happened was, as soon as I saw some volume kicking in, I jumped in right here for the break. It did not break. It dropped down. So I ended up knowing that there's some support right there, so I doubled up right there. Now, if it went below there, I would have just got out and took the loss. But once it dropped from here to there, I just figured, okay, if it goes back around this, at least halfway, at least I'll break even. And so it quickly popped back up. It was hanging around halfway. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm kind of breaking even. Let's see if it's going to make a move and go up. And as soon as it popped up, it went up this high, and I knew this area right here was a resistance over here. So now it's having a hard time going above to pop up. And so I quickly sold, and I made a small profit there. Because if you really think about it, I jumped in at 626, bought again at 593. So halfway between these 2 points, which would be right around there, I'm kind of broke even. And then over here, it kind of gave me a small profit. So then I'm watching it, and I'm expecting it to break this level. That's basically what I was trying to do, is wait for it to break above this level. And as soon as it broke above this level, boom, I jumped in. It did come down a little bit, and then it came down a little bit, but it went back up. I was giving it a chance to continue up to this level because I knew it had the potential to go to up here. So as soon as it broke over, I jumped in. I got out right there. That right there made me a nice profit. And of course, that's when everybody piled in, and then the thing got halted, right? Once it got halted, I was like, damn, I should have held on to it a little bit longer. I should have just held it. But I was kind of afraid of this halt because over here was another problem area. Because as you can see, it went up this way and it slammed down hard. So I figured, okay, I didn't really want to jump in because of this section right here. You can see right there. Let me draw my line. Right there was a problem area. So I said to myself, okay, it got halted right there. Let's see if it just basically touches this line and slams back down. If it doesn't, then I'll jump back in. Hopefully it breaks through go time. So then, it opened back up. I saw that it went down a little bit here, so I figured, okay, so it's about to come back down. And it didn't. Volume picked up even more. And then once it went above here, I hit my buy button as much as I could because at that point I was pretty strong and confident about it breaking through go time. But also I know this is a problem area, so now I'm watching it. And of course, it went to this height. It didn't do anything. Started coming back down. As you can see, it went down a little bit lower than where I entered. So I figured, I'm already up anyway. So even if I take a small loss, it's not a big deal because I'll still be up. I'll still be green. But then it started popping back up. And then once it started popping back up, I saw the same problem area again. So at that point, I figured, let me just take my little win and get out because I should have held on through the halt. And since I missed that big move and I had already hit my goal for the day, let me not risk my capital. Let me just get out. Now, if it goes back above goal time, then I'll jump back in. And as you can see, I sold right there, and then it went down. It just kept playing around, and I thought it was gonna pop back up because I saw this starting to go back up, but I was waiting for it to jump above goal time or close to goal time so I can jump in. But it popped up quickly and slammed all the way down, and that's when I knew, okay, well, it's done. And as you can see, I mean, it did nothing after that. You could see it just kept going down. So, good thing I stopped when I stopped. And that's another thing too, you guys. Like, don't force trades. The past 2 days I just didn't trade because there was no opportunity. My setup wasn't there. So of course I'm not gonna just trade just to trade. But if I see something that looks like this and that I'm familiar with, now there's a few strategies that I'm familiar with. Obviously, the go time strategy is my number one. But then we have strategies like this that just looks perfect. It looks great. So of course I'm gonna jump in, take this move, or take partial move and take a small green trade, even if I'm not even if this is not my go-to strategy. This isn't my perfect strategy that I normally go to, but this is basically a winning strategy right there. If it hits the first time, the second time, third time is normally a charm, and you can see how it exploded. Um, so basically, that was my thought process with this one. I loaded up here because it was just so strong. The volume was kicking in so fast. Um, this was very strong after the halt. After the halt, it was very strong. I was hoping that it broke right through, but again, it didn't. Just like over here, I was hoping that it broke right through, and it didn't. I'm always ready to get out, or lately I've been doubling up. I don't suggest new people doubling up. Just take a small loss. If you jump in here expecting it to explode, and it just goes below your entry, just get out. But once you start having a little bit more capital, you can double up or even triple up sometimes, because if it's a strong stock and nothing else is in play, then typically it curls back up. Okay. So, but also know what your risk is, because a lot of people, they'll double up, triple up, quadruple up, and then they just keep losing more and more and more and more and more money. You see, me, I know stocks trade within channels. Like, this is a channel. From here to here, that's a channel. From here to here, that's another channel. From here to here, that's another channel. So I know if it breaks above here, it's got to go to here. I know if it bounces on here, it's got to go back up here. I know if it goes above this line, it's got to go to this line. So it trades within channels. So, of course, like right here, I'm going to take, and this is why I doubled up right here, because I know this was a channel. Maybe I jumped in early, so let me jump in here because it's gonna trade within the channel, and so it's a good chance that I'm gonna break back even. So that's why I doubled up here. But over here, I knew once it broke above this channel, the next resistance point was right there, because resistance becomes support. Um, Over here, this is the new support. Once it breaks through this resistance, then this line becomes support. And as you can see, it went all the way, and it kind of came back to support a little bit below it, but right around that area. It's not 100% perfect all the time, but you can kind of see the channels. Once you identify the channels, it becomes a little bit easier. Okay. So that's what happened here. Yes, I got in late here, but I was expecting it to blast right through go time. Typically, they blast right through go time. That's why I held on a little bit longer and I got in a little bit late, but it still panned out. I still made a profit here. So I ended up with 34.80. Worked out okay. Not the best trade, but again, this wasn't my ideal setup either. So it is what it is, man. Anyways, how am I finding these stocks, you guys? I'm getting them through my trade ideas. If you guys don't have trade ideas, there's a link below. Also, if you guys want to learn how to do this and you guys want to learn my train of thought and how I'm doing this, go ahead and email me below. I'm going to move my email up because one of my other viewers mentioned that he couldn't find my email. So I'm going to move that up so you guys can get easier access. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just comment below or hit me up on the email. And if you guys want to learn how to do this, just contact me and let's go to work. All right, guys, I'll chat with you guys another day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys feel like there's someone else that may benefit from these videos, go ahead and send it to them, and I'll catch up with you guys another day. All right, guys, cool. Later.